another episode of Jonathan's Rants and Reviews, and let's review Ant-Man with no spoilers. So, let's get into it. Let's talk about the characters first. Main dude, Scott Lang. Paul Rudd, he does a great job. He has some funny moments. His acting is good. I mean, he is exactly like Scott Lang in the comics. I mean, he does criminal things like robs places. He robs places. He's a burglar, but he does it for his daughter and for his family. He just does it for her, and because he wants to be with her and all that good stuff. And then when he becomes Ant-Man, you see why he's the right man for the job. Let's put it like that. And yeah, he does a great job. Now, let's move on to Michael Douglas as Hank Pym. Hank Pym is the original Ant-Man in the comics. So, yeah, he's passing the mantle on to Scott. And what can I say? I mean, Michael Douglas does more than what you would think. He's not just that mentor that's, like, giving him advice. He actually does stuff. And it's great. And Hank Pym in the comics is not necessarily a character that you like all the time. And that's how they make him in the movie. Because sometimes you don't necessarily like him, but you get where he's coming from. So, yeah, now on to Hope Van Dyne, being played by Evangeline Lilly. She does a great job as well. I like her. And they set up for where her character's going in the greater scheme of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They set her up perfectly, so when she comes out in other movies, she's gonna be awesome, because they made her awesome in this movie. Yeah, Corey Stoll is a good villain, I guess. I mean, he's just another generic Marvel villain, because in these movies, either they just disappear, like the Red Skull, or like Abomination, but Abomination is brought up in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I mean, if you don't watch the TV show, well, why would you care? And, I mean, yeah, he either died or just disappeared. I think he just disappeared, but I mean, he could have died, I don't know. He was menacing while he was Yellow Jacket, I mean, I'll say that, but yeah, I mean, that's it. The fight scenes between him and Scott were good. That's it. That's it. I mean, basically, the plot of this movie is like, it's a heist film mixed with a film about like fathers trying to connect with their daughters, mixed with Iron Man, in the sense that it's a dude with technology that the bad guy wants to replicate and sell to the world. Basically, it's Iron Man 1 and 2. So, yeah, the bad guy wants to replicate it and sell it to people, bad people, and you got to stop them from doing that. That's it. And then you accept your role. Scott accepts his role as the hero, like Iron Man does, like Tony does, and then he's Ant-Man. That's it. It's pretty much the plot of the movie. Yeah. And then Michael Pena is Luis. That man is hilarious. He steals almost every scene that he's in just because, like, okay, there's scenes when he's explaining stuff and it's just horrible. He doesn't get, like, straight to the details. He just starts rambling like I do sometimes, and it's funny with him. The movie's funny. Especially his scenes. He has the best scenes in the movie in terms of comedy. He has the best scenes. And then T.I., he does a good job. I mean, why wouldn't he? Usually in the movies that he's in, he does a good job, so, I mean, yeah. That's pretty much it for the characters that I care about personally. Well, no, I guess there is Scott's daughter. Scott's daughter is, that little girl is adorable. The little girl's adorable. She has a couple nice lines in the movie. Aw, she's adorable, and then the final fight takes place in her bedroom and stuff. It's nice. Yeah. It's like, I love this movie. I love this movie because what this movie does is that you fall in love with the characters rather than the plot or the story. You don't It's not one of the movies where you have to get wrapped up in the plot in order to care. They make you care about the characters. Much like the Phase 1 Marvel movies where they're just setting up Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America, and the Hulk. You care about the characters before you do the plot, kind of. Like in Captain America, you get to know Steve before he becomes Captain America, and you get to know Scott before he becomes Ant-Man in this movie. So, that's good. Yeah, and there are a couple scenes, like flashback scenes, to the 80s where Hank is young, and they make Michael Douglas look like he's young, because it's him. They don't cast a new actor, it is him, and he looks young. He looks like he's like, what, how old would Michael Douglas be in the 80s? God. Because that scene was in 89 that they showed. I don't know. How old is Michael Douglas? Like late 60s? Mid 60s? Something? So I'm assuming he's like in his 40s, 30s, something like that. They make him look young again. And Peggy Carter's in here, Agent Carter. That's good. She's in the movie in that same scene. And then they bring back older Howard Stark from Iron Man 2. But he looks even older. And Peggy Carter looks like she's about 50. I like it. I like it. And there are Hydra connections in this movie. There are a couple other little things that are dropped, like Tales to Astonish, which is the first appearance of Ant-Man in the comics, and a whole bunch of other stuff. There are Avengers references, multiple Avengers references. Stan Lee's cameo was great. It doesn't show up until about the end. There's a Spider-Man reference. And then there's an Avenger in this movie who gets his butt whooped by Ant-Man. It's a good fight. It's a fun little scene because the tone shifts when it cuts to that scene completely. Like, the tone of the movie shifts. It feels like you're watching a different movie, and I like that. But this movie... Well, I went in knowing the movie was going to be good, but what I got pleased me. So, yeah. I mean, it didn't exceed any expectations, and it wasn't below any expectations. It just met mine. It met it. It's like the perfect balance for me. So, that's why I give this movie an 8 out of 10. And, yeah, I think you should go see it. Give Marvel your money again, because it's worth it. The movie is worth it. Because you're going to catch things that maybe other people don't catch because they didn't see the movie, and they're going to see, like, Civil War, and they're going to be like, why is Ant-Man in Civil War? And then, like, well, see, you as the person that watched the movie, and me will be like, well, should have watched Ant-Man. Boom, and then you're just dropping knowledge. And there is a scene where you see the Wasp, and I mean the original Wasp, Janet Van Dyne, and him, like Hank, he's young again, and then it's her, but you don't see her without her Wasp outfit on, so, like, you can't see her face, but you see her eyes, and then, like, they're doing, like, a little scene, and, like he's trying to do something, and then she flies in, and it made me feel good, because I like her suit, and it looked nice, it looked pretty comic accurate, like the Ant-Man suit does. It looked like a red suit from the comics. And then, at the end, there's some more stuff that happens with the Wasp. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but there's a new Wasp suit. Make of that what you will. There's a new Wasp suit, implying there's another Wasp. And the final scene has to do with Captain America and Falcon finding Bucky. So they find Winter Soldier, and he's all beaten up and stuff, and his hand's caught in a thing. But yeah, and then they're like, well, should we tell Stark about this? And then he's like, nah, leave Stark out of it. And then implying that, you know, there's some stuff from Civil War already starting to take place. And then Falcon's all like, I know a guy. And that guy, I guess, is Ant-Man. I guess. I don't know. So, that's my review of the movie. I hope you go see it. I recommend it. Because you'll enjoy it if you're not reading too much into it. Like, oh, this movie, like, why is there a hero that can turn into, like, a small dude and get on ants and ride the ants and control the ants? The concept of it is stupid, but then when you think about other superheroes it's kind of stupid too. So just get into it. Don't think about it. And don't go into the movie expecting some big grand finale, because it's not that. It's just perfect. It's basically what Iron Man 1 was. Or Thor 1. It's compact and it's nice and it's pleasing. The final product is pleasing. You'll like it. So that was it. That's my review. I'll bring a spoiler review later. Not today though. And yeah, that's it. Go see the movie, please. And like and share this video with your friends. Enough said. Bye.